New attractions for Japan in 2026. Japan is about to get a wave of brand new attractions, and if you're planning a trip in 2026, you're gonna have way more to do than just Tokyo Tower and Kyoto temples. I'm talking Pokemon theme parks, samurai battle experiences, anime theater shows, crazy food lands, and even one of Japan's most historical landmarks returning from the ashes. So today I'm giving you every major new attraction that we know of opening in Japan in 2026, what to expect, and which ones I generally think are worth making a detour for or knowing about. And to make things a little bit easier, I've added some affiliate links available to make booking easy. Before we jump into it, actually most of you watching are not subscribed. It's free and it really helps out, so please consider it. We start with some recently open attractions just in time for 2026. Number 1, teamLab Biovortex. If teamLab is on your list, then get ready for this new experience in Kyoto. Biovortex is the latest digital art museum on steroids. This one uses storms of light, illuminated forests, and moving environments to make you feel like you're inside a living world. The visuals respond to your motion and your sound, so every person creates a different experience. It's got over 10,000 meters of exhibitions, and it has more than 50 different immersive artworks. Booking ahead is smart, so if Kyoto is already in your itinerary for 2026, this is something you could add without changing your whole plan. Number 2, Harajuku's KAWAII Monsterland. If you remember the original KAWAII Monster Café, it was one of the most iconic places of Harajuku's peak KAWAII era before it closed in 2021. But it's coming back in a big way, and it should be open just in time for 2026 if everything goes according to plan. It will bring back the Monster Girls performances whilst adding attractions that go far beyond the old cafe format. Instead of themed cafes, this one is an underground entertainment complex with live shows, rides, interactive games, and over-the-top themed food. Right on Takashita Street, literally 2 minutes from JR Harajuku Station, in the basement of Takashita Street Square. If you like colourful Harajuku fashion culture, or you're travelling with kids or teens, this is an experience that you probably don't want to miss. It's something different and you'll love it. Number 3, there's a new Sanrio Café and Flagship store. Hello Kitty fans, this one is for you because there's a brand new Flagship store just opened in time for your 2026 trip. And best of all, it's coming to Harajuku, Tokyo. It has exclusive merch, seasonal menus, character appearances, and limited pop-up events you won't get anywhere else. You'll find the Sanrio store right on Takashita Street in Harajuku, and it boasts a shop on the first and the second floors and a full cafe with themed food and desserts on the 3rd floor. Number 4, Sumo live restaurant Hirakuza. If you want a sumo experience, there's a new Tokyo sumo restaurant opening in early 2026 that I think a lot of travelers are going to love, especially if you're curious about sumo but you don't want to sit through the whole tournament. This brand new attraction is called Sumo Live Restaurant Hirakuza, and it's opening up in Ginza. It's a live performance restaurant where you can enjoy sumo demonstrations and kaiseki cuisine all in one place, and the whole show is performed entirely in English. It is bound to be tourist oriented, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that either. Moving on to attractions that open around springtime. Number 5, PokéPark Kanto is opening in February 2026. This is the first real Pokemon theme park and is going to be huge. If you grew up with Pokemon, this is going to hit the nostalgia button hard. And if you're traveling with kids, then good luck because you're not going out without buying Pikachu this, Pikachu that, Pikachu everything. I'm calling it now. This is going to be one of the hardest tickets to get in 2026, but I'm here to help you grab yours. It's actually officially opening on February the 5th, 2026 on the southern edge of Tokyo. The park launches with 2 themed zones, the Pokemon Forest and the Pokemon Sedge Town. There are 3 tiers with prices ranging roughly between 4,700 and 5,500 for the town pass, the cheapest, 7,900 to 9,400 yen for the trainer's pass, and 14,000 to 16,500 yen for the Ace Trainer's Pass, which basically gives you access to everything depending on the day that you visit. This is what you need to know because tickets go on sale 3 months before availability from the 1st to the 12th of each month. So set an alarm now. Headed to Japan? Well, having data on your phone makes all the difference. So consider using my affiliate link with Sakura Mobile at no additional cost to you to stay connected whilst at the same time getting something that you are likely going to get anyway, right? Alright, number 6. There's a new samurai immersive theme park set to open in 2026. Kyoto is getting a brand new immersive samurai experience in 2026, and it's not a small one. It's called Uzumasa Kyoto Village. This is basically a large movie set where you'll become the samurai. You can wear samurai armor, learn real sword techniques, take part in stage battles, and walk through Edo period streets that look straight out of a Japanese drama. It's perfect for people who want to participate, not just look. And you can explore the streets, alleyways, and traditional buildings. And all throughout the village, there are shows and activities happening. It's actually aimed at adults. The park isn't closing at 5 p.m. like some other attractions. It will stay open until 9 p.m. and the whole atmosphere is meant to feel even more realistic at night. One of the preview images even shows a gambling den from the Edo period. Number 7. Museum of Narratives will open in March 2026. There's a new museum opening in one of Tokyo's fastest new development areas. It's the new Museum of Narratives. This museum doesn't just show art, it surrounds you with it. Exhibitions react to your movements and sounds, so you feel like you're walking through the story rather than looking at one. It's located inside the brand new Takanawa Gateway City development, which is going to become Tokyo's next futuristic district, with restaurants, cafes, photo spots, etc. Number 8. Tokyo Edo Museum is opening finally in spring 2026. This is a big reopening in Tokyo for anyone interested in history and traditional culture, because the Edo-Tokyo Museum, one of Tokyo's most important museums, is finally returning in spring after several years of major renovations. There's no exact dates, so keep your eyes open. This museum has been a favorite because it doesn't just show old artifacts. It creates the world of Edo and early Tokyo with full-scale town models, reconstructed buildings, bridges, and hands-on exhibits. And it's expected to become one of Tokyo's biggest cultural attractions once again. Number 9. The Odaiba New Fountain Show. Okay, this one has been making rounds in the news for a while, but I couldn't actually find updated information. However, if everything is going according to plan, it should be reopening or opening for spring 2026. So I decided to put it in just in case, because it's certainly going to be a spectacle. Because Odaiba is getting a brand new night attraction in the form of one of the largest fountains in the world. The whole waterfront fountain plaza is being rebuilt to a large-scale illuminated water show designed specifically for evening tourism. Think synchronized jets, music projections, lighting, and not just a simple fountain, making Odaiba even more awesome than what it already is. Number 10. JINS flagship store. Okay, let's talk real. Nobody warns you about this, but most tourists don't just leave Japan with only souvenirs. They also leave with new glasses too. You come for temples, for sushi, and suddenly you're like, why am I buying eyewear? I don't even need glasses. Well, that's because Japan does eyewear and glasses very, very well at very affordable prices. So if you need new glasses or an eye test, then get them in Japan is my new tip for 2026. And in spring 2026, JINS, which is a popular eyewear store in Japan, is opening its first global flagship store in Ginza. So if you're planning a bit of shopping in Ginza, this could be the perfect time to get your brand new glasses in Tokyo. Number 11. Sailor Moon Theatre, opening April 2026. Tokyo is getting a brand new permanent Sailor Moon stage show opening in April 2026. And it isn't just a limited run, it's designed to be a long-term attraction for both locals and international visitors. The show is called Sailor Moon Shining Theatre Shinagawa, Tokyo, and it will take place inside the Shinagawa Prince Hotel in the Club EX venue on a circular stage so that the whole audience surrounds the performance. Just another awesome thing you might want to check out in 2026. Number 12. Lapras Children's Park in Sendai will open in spring 2026. If you're a Pokemon fan and you're traveling in or around Sendai with kids, there's a brand new Lapras Park opening in spring 2026. This is a full Pokemon themed playground built in collaboration with a Pokemon company with a giant Lapras play structure, slides, and themed equipment. This is a fun stop if you're heading north and definitely something most tourists will probably miss unless you know about it. Number 13, Shuri Castle is rebuilt and reopening in May 2026. After a tragic fire in 2019, Shuri Castle in Okinawa has finally finished reconstruction. This is not only just a tourist site, it's a symbol of Okinawan culture and a huge moment in Japanese history. If you've already done Tokyo and Osaka and you want something a little bit different, Okinawa is the move. It's got beaches, history, culture, and it feels totally different from the mainland Japan. All right, okay, moving into summer activities and changes. We have number 14, Yoyogi Park renovation. A big change is coming to Tokyo's Yoyogi Park in 2026. The whole fountain and water corridor area has been under renovation since 2024, and it's finally scheduled to reopen in 2026, and it won't look anything like before. The pond is being transformed into a full fountain show zone with a 25-meter main fountain, illuminated water shows, seasonal color displays, and a new S-shaped fountain stream. The water corridor is also being built so that visitors can walk through the mist and shallow water to cool off in the summer, and the rose garden is getting a complete redesign. So if you're visiting Tokyo in 2026, definitely add Yoyogi Park back to your list. By entering fall and winter 2026, there's less information available for upcoming attractions so far ahead into 2026, so it's always worth subscribing for updates as they become available. However, here is a great update. Hirosaki Castle in Aomori aims to open in November 2026. Hirosaki Castle in Aomori is finally reaching the end of its massive reconstruction project, and 2026 is a year things change in a huge way. The castle's stone wall repairs have finally finished after more than 10 years. They've been completed, and the city has announced that the main keep will be moving back to its original position by November 2026. So the classic postcard view of the castle rising over the moat, especially during cherry blossom season, should finally return. So yes, this will be the first time in over a decade that you'll be able to see the full castle exterior in its proper location without scaffolding, and with the moat and park restored to their iconic look. Perfect if you're visiting Aomori in 2026 or beyond. This video is made possible by my patrons and Ninja Monkey community. Thank you so much for your support. So, what did you think of the biggest attractions opening in Japan for 2026? I'd love to know, and check out this video, YouTube things that you will love.